How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to MojoGrip. Mike here. I am at the maintenance hangar here at Sling, and I want to talk to you about maintenance. We've talked briefly about maintenance of the aircraft or any airplane that you're flying. Part of safety and also part of the longevity of that plane is how well you maintain it. And also, it would mean how much it's going to cost you to own that airplane. And today we've got an airplane in here that's going through maintenance, the Sling TSi. So I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough of just what goes into the maintenance of it, so you know whenever you decide to buy an airplane or even if you own one with multiple partners. Stay tuned. So here we are, guys. This is one of the Slings here going through maintenance. As you see, they have other slings in the hangar and a Technum right behind, and these planes are basically going through maintenance. That one is for the school, so this probably goes through more regular maintenance than these or the TSi that's owned by an individual. But when you think about your aircraft, okay, so you're thinking about buying an airplane right now or building one, whichever the case may be, you also have to factor in how much it's going to cost you to maintain that airplane. Now, the good news is whenever you buy brand new or fairly new, you probably don't have to worry about any unforeseen or crazy surprise when it comes to the maintenance. So generally, you just go through your regular maintenance that's recommended by the manufacturer of the airplane, and you should be straight. Now, obviously, some things may go wrong, but if you buy a much older plane, guess what? Maintenance can get, up there. In some cases, you may be spending more on maintaining the airplane because things are breaking, and you'd be spending more than you actually paid for the airplane. So speaking of, and forgive the lighting here, it's pretty cloudy here today. But back with the TSi, this is a new Sling TSi, fairly new. It's about a year or 2 years old. And this one is going through maintenance right now. So I've covered some stuff with the TSi more specifically, particularly with the engine, right? Because a lot of your mechanical stuff is up here. So when we talked and discussed more in detail about the Rotax 915, I'd mentioned to you some of the regular maintenance that you have to go through. Okay, so obviously oil change, those are preventative stuff. You check also the turbo. What else do you check? You check the gearbox. I believe that's after 600 hours. The gearbox goes through a maintenance, and you have all this other small details that you have to check too. But guess what? It's not costing you a fortune. These are already set things that you have to take care of when you're flying this plane. And normally your annual, which every airplane has to go through, will run you anywhere from, say, $1,000 to $1,500. That's for a brand new plane. And this plane in particular, like I said, it's fairly new. It's been in the shop for a minute, and also I think they're going to do a test flight on it just to make sure things are good. Now, also brings me to the point is, again, when you're making a decision to go buy your plane or to choose an airplane, it's always good to do some research on some of the common problems or some of the things you may face or that could come to light whenever you're flying that airplane. Okay, and you have to budget for that. But also, you want to do yourself a favor and find a good shop. What I mean by that is, when you're buying your airplane, obviously you have fixed costs like getting a hangar space and things like that. So while you're shopping for a hangar space, you probably also want to either make friends or get to know the mechanics at that airport, and know, particularly if the mechanic is more specified with a particular engine. And so, for example, you have Rotax. I'll show you what a Rotax looks like. This is a 912 here. You have Rotax engine, which is not, it's not necessarily the conventional engine. The more conventional stuff is Lycoming and Continental. And with the Rotax engine, you may get, like, for example, if you get the fuel injected one, or the one that runs with the ECU, those are a little bit more advanced in terms of engine management. But you have this engine, and you'd have to probably get somebody or mechanic who is more experienced with fixing Rotax engines. Now, typically, AP mechanics can probably work on any power plant that you throw at them. But if you have mechanics that are more, that their skills are more specified and their experiences are more geared towards the Rotax, then you want to find a good one that's close to you rather than taking it to any shop. Because guess what? The shop you take your airplane to will also determine how much you're spending. Okay? Now, obviously, mechanics have to make their living too. And anything in aviation is not always affordable. Okay? So they're going to charge you their hourly rate, and they're going to charge you for parts. But it's better to pick a good shop where you know you don't have to go back for the same thing and the same thing over and over again. Today's video is brought to you by CoFlight. CoFlight is perhaps the most important tool that you need for your aircraft maintenance. Think of it as a one-stop shop to schedule your maintenance, coordinate with your AP mechanic, and keep proper records of everything. CoFlight also has some cool features like keeping digital records of your logbook and a built-in scheduler for multiple partners who may share the same aircraft. The best part about CoFlight is that everything is done by the tip of your fingers. You can get started using CoFlight today absolutely free. When you use the coupon code MojoGrip, you can get started today for 30 days absolutely free. Check out coflight.com or use the link in the description below. One here, for example, this is the Sling factory here in the US. So they build these planes. They have the expertise and the right people who know how to work on these planes and the engine itself. And that's why you see Sling TSIs and Sling 2s in here, because this would be the right shop. Now for me, with my Sling, it's probably going to be the only Sling TSi available in the state of Georgia, so I would have to find the right people or the right shop to take it to for maintenance. Now my plan also is to get some lessons and, you know, even maybe get certified. So I have to learn how to work on these, the engine that is. But if I'm being safe and careful, I probably want to get even professional eyes. Even if I decide to work on the plane myself, I still want to get a professional eyes on whatever it is that I'm doing. Okay, and that's going to cost something. So these are the things I want you all to keep in mind whenever you're thinking about getting an airplane. Just like a car, you know, if you maintain your car well, it's going to treat you well. And if you maintain your airplane well, guess what? You're going to be safe for the most part. So let's practice safety. Okay, guys, that's the spiel for today. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I hope you were informed by the information provided here. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe with notification bell on. Guys, I'm so grateful for everyone supporting the channel. A great way for you to support is by becoming an MVP member at mojogrip.net/MVP. Thank you all so much, and I will catch you on the next video.